Hello, Christian Bible. Good to be with you. Listen, the Reverend Rick Warren couldn't be here tonight, so I'm here, those of you who are friends, as Reverend Rudy Warren. Reverend Rudy White. So tonight we're going to have a great time. It's so good to be with you. I know we have some Franks that we call them, that is some friends to some of you, some of our members, some relatives, some acquaintances, and even some co-workers with us. So it's been a joy having you with us. And so tonight, I want to talk to you about where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? And it's the question perhaps that you may be asking yourself, or you should be asking, since you have been exposed to your life's purpose. So a lot of questions should be going on. You've spent 6 weeks discovering why you're here on this earth, and that should be really, really exciting for you, the insight that you've already received, because that's the foundation of your life. And most people, as you very well know, have no clue as to why they exist, but God has blessed you to be able to understand why you're here. Now, over the past 6 weeks, we've embarked on the most important study and journey of your life, and that is to discover your purpose in life. And my dears, you've sought to understand why you're here, why God has uniquely designed you, what He's designed you for, how your life can have deep meaning beyond just existing. And I know that should be exciting for you. But let me remind you, discovery is just the beginning. Knowing your purpose is powerful, but living it out is where real transformation happens. Until you actually step into your God-given purpose, it's not fulfilled. And you'll always feel a void in your life, chasing approval, searching for meaning, and longing for fulfillment that nothing else can provide. Listen, true peace, deep joy, and lasting satisfaction doesn't come from worldly success or the opinions of others, as we've been looking at, but it comes from living your purpose, the life God created you for. And anything less will leave you restless. It will leave you incomplete, discontented, and constantly searching for more. Your purpose is not optional. It's essential to experiencing the fullness of life and have a meaningful life as God intended. Now, let me dispel a real misnomer, something that can be very misleading to many people, and perhaps you. Just because you have knowledge of your purpose, it doesn't mean that your purpose is fulfilled. That's a misnomer. Knowing your purpose is not the same as fulfilling your purpose. You have the information, but you don't have the transformation yet. And I know you're excited, and you should be, but listen, knowing your purpose is not the same thing as living your purpose. Purpose left unfulfilled is like a seed never planted in the ground. Let me open that statement up for you a little bit. In other words, you can have a seed in your hand and know that it has the potential to become a great tree. But if you never plant the seed, if you never water it and nurture it, it will never grow into its intended potential purpose. Knowing the purpose of the seed does not mean the seed has fulfilled its purpose. That's all I'm saying. You may now know what God has called you for. You may have the information about your purpose, but unless you step into fulfilling your purpose, you'll never experience the fullness of the blessings that's tied to your purpose. Your obedience to purpose doesn't just affect you. Listen, it's given to you so that you can impact your generation. As it was said of David, that he served his generation while he was living. And the world is waiting for what God has placed inside of you. Souls are waiting. Lives need to be touched. Your family members, friends, and co-workers, you can bless their lives. So understanding your purpose is very, very important. As our staff has gotten together to discuss where we are on this journey, we've decided one thing, and God has pressed upon our hearts that we are rushing through this material, and it's too rich to rush through, and you know it. There are many things that you're missing that you have to get so that they will soak into your soul for life change. So what we're decided that we're going to do is to extend the groups meetings. We'll extend the lessons, if you will, so that we can cover some things that you have an interest in and that you feel that we have rushed through. That's why we asked that you do the survey, so that we could nail those things so that you could really have a great understanding. Now, I want to ask you to connect with your groups. You will not be able to fulfill your purpose in life without being connected to a small group. In fact, our small groups are really purpose-driven life groups. Amen. I'll say it again. Our small groups are really designed for purpose-driven life love groups. And you need a group. You need to be a part of a group to be able to grow, to have someone to hold you accountable so that you can reach your purpose. And all of these things are set up strategically. And I know many of you perhaps have never been a part of groups, but I'm going to teach on groups. But as you've seen, the early church was a part of groups. You can't learn your purpose. You can't live out your purpose without being part of a group. And so I'm encouraging you to connect with the group, to stay with that group throughout the study, and think about extending it. You need to be a part of that for the rest of your Christian walk. But listen, tonight, or rather today, we will look at your purpose, having written out your purpose just to see if you really understand it. So please be sure that you are part of that and listened up. I hope you've completed that. But that will be the study today, that we'll look at, you write out your purpose to see if you've really gotten it. And then secondly, we'll look at your shape so that we can help you to find out what God designed you for. So listen, thanks again for joining us. It's going to be a great journey. We have some great things in mind for you to help you grow spiritually, and more so to help you walk in your purpose. Now remember, you have the knowledge about your purpose, but it doesn't mean that you're fulfilling it. There's a process to that, and we'll walk you through that. May God bless and keep you as our prayers.